Welcome. So I will keep this short this time because I started the stream a bit late. We only have 15 minutes until qualifying begins, so normally we start a bit earlier. Anyway, as you can hear, I have a new microphone boom for especially deep voice for your viewing pleasure. And what else? Let me see if that works. So yes, it does. This is the standings, just so you have a quick look. I'm P10 here, some margin for P11, but look how close it is to P4. So this is what we are playing for today and next round. Only 2 rounds remain, very small point caps, so can make a big jump here. But can I do it tonight? Not sure. I'm feeling better than last round, but not by much. Yeah, anyway, let's practice. You can see from the lap times here, most people are in the 20s, top 5 or so. My personal best is a 0.3, so I would be here at best, and I'm here now. So yeah, I'll probably be in the limit of P10, but I will be happy with any points today. But yeah, this track, especially this corner here, it's a bit of a lottery how you get it, especially in our one lap qualifying. You can't risk too much, but then again you have to risk a lot on this track, all these fast corners here. Very tough. So today I won't have the chat open in the background either during practice or anything. Full focus. I've had a few days of more practice than last round, but still a few days short. And for the next round, thanks to my other races, it won't be any different, so just have to maximize the races. Can't be in the sharp end in the qualifying, but well. Yeah, the chicane coming up. One thing is just jumping and hitting the wall, but there's also very strict track limits there, so you can't afford to get a cut track. Not in qualifying, not in the race. For example, this was so bad that I'm not gonna even finish. Actually, I should not even talk. I don't get any points for talking. You viewers can entertain each other. And also for entertainment, official broadcast I link to the chat is more than entertaining enough. You can keep that open in the background, for example. Shouldn't have hit the second apex there. I have to focus on the exit speed only. Also the first chicane wasn't great. Missed the apex by a meter there. Track is so wide that it seems like you are close to the walls, but actually you are leaving. It's very easy to leave a lot on the track. A small improvement, but the track is improving as well. It's currently quite a bit more grippy than my qualifying group run will be. tere! Esimesed muljed parem kui eelmine nädal jah, aga mitte veel nii hea kui enne pausi eelmise rooliga. Vahepeal kõik harjumist ja sükest vormi tekitamist võtab aega. Äkki viimaseks etapiks saab vormi. Ja jah, keegi juba kirjutas mulle Twitchi kohta, ma ei tea, kas see on mingi uudis või. Et jah, tegelikult YouTube'i streamimine on nagu illegaalne nüüd. Aga ma ei tea, ta võiks siis automaatselt mingi piirangu peale panna. Eks ma järgmiseks etappideks vaatan üle. Äkki siis YouTube'i saab pärast lihtsalt üles laadida recordingu. Samas see recording võtab ka arvutilt ressursse, nii et eks näis. Improve time, but not position. Saab importida või? Okei. Ja top 8 are in the 20s limit. Where is Erhan? Erhan is offline practicing for the proper railroad. But yeah, this is the same case every time. I look at the lap times in practice and they're unreal, and come real qualifying and most people will underperform more than me, so no pressure, no pressure. And I mean, Twitch could at least send out an email or something that the policies have changed, but there's no official announcements or anything. And I mean, Streamlabs still allows you to officially multi-stream, so let's see. That will be the last thing on my mind right now. $0.1 on track can make the difference in prize money compared to all of my Twitch affiliate earnings I could earn in my lifetime, so small thing. Thanks, Jonas. Hello, Overker. And all the Roman Grosjean Discord fans. Best fans. So yes, we are 3 minutes from advancing to qualifying. So I guess this is... Oh no, we're not. We are 23 minutes from advancing to qualifying. Okay. The broadcast is gonna start in 3 minutes. Good. Few more laps. I can't, honey. I'm not dialed in. I either missed the walls by half a meter or hit them. I'm not like these guys. Anyway, we should be restarting session now, so we go back to normal railroad conditions. My race pace is much better. When the cars are slower, I hit the track nicely, but as always in Formula E qualifying. Ma ei tea, miks need hüpped seal on, keegi on pannud need sinna. See ei ole tegelikult nagu päris rada, see on välja mõeldud rada. Aga noh, vormel E autodel on kurve vaja, muidu nad ei saa energiat regenereerida ja siis saab kütus otsa. draft is really small on these cars, basically like the GT3s. So although it's a very fast track, there's... How did you see that? He locked his rears.
20 minutes to qualifying. Try and get in the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, that's how close you need to get to the walls. Meh. And those hits really scrub off speed, so... Literally 2 meters off the apex. $21.8, that will put me like last. Yo. Yeah, 20.6 is quick, but that was already on 2/10 more worth of real roads than what they will have in the first group.
Alright guys, we're going to be pushing to qualifying a little bit early, around 13 minutes past.
Okay.
So that's in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry for the contradicting information, but just assume the latest thing I've said is true.
But yeah, the production crew behind these events is crazy. It's very similar to Le Mans. They have a really big show. Lots of they have shown some footage. They have a room full of people managing the broadcast and everything. So we can forgive them. No fuck, no. Three meters off the apex. And not much time lost means that my first run was with a bad chicane as well. Also the sector splits are in the middle of corners, so they can be a bit deceiving. You can enter the corner too fast and get a good split and have no exit speed, so... If I could get the 0.5 in qualifying, I would be satisfied, kind of. Yeah, sponsors in the wall. This pit exit is not ideal either. Directly onto the path of driving. If they make a fictional track, they could at least make some fictional solutions. A tunnel or something. But see, I don't know if everybody's driving, of course, but now I'm suddenly P6. Now that everybody is on low grip and have done only few runs, so I would take P6. And for sure there will be at least one driver who will get the cut track in either of the chicanes. No way nobody will get them. Just have to not be that guy. Yes, slow entry but good exit, low risk.
Yaroslav Honzik, can you make sure you are in the correct livery, please? This is another call out that qualifying could be starting in just over 5 minutes, so yeah, please get into the server as well.
Fuck, left it on wrong region mode. I was thinking about other things. That's what happens. No good. Luckily, Nico, I have no neighbors here yet. It's a brand new house. And I don't know, the boom is, yeah, it's directly attached to the rig, so it might aggravate things. I already run quite low force feedback. You can check Olli Pahkala's stream. I can link it later. He tries with GoPro on his head. He has much harder settings on the force feedback and shaking around much more. I have smoothing on and everything. I'm still acclimatizing from my Thrustmaster force feedback, running it quite light. Okay, this will probably be the last.
Frederick Rasmussen. Frederick, can you please make your way to the server?
Last practice run, probably. Rush hour. No good. If the delta was on, you could see 3/10 slower now. And again, I was thinking about other things. That corner was good though. That was not. Again, talking, no point. I should just remove my microphone or something. There's always a correlation between talking and messing up. Erhan, for example, is not streaming anything. And what's the result? I have 50 followers more and he has, I don't know, 50,000 euros more. Priorities. Yeah, no good. I'm not getting any faster the more I drive. So I'll take a break. Just nii, pealik. See refleks on juba sees. Yeah, I will be outside of the top 10 even if I hit my personal best. But then again, comparing to Erhan, my gap to him in the race trim was like less than half of the gap in qualifying, so as usual there's something to wait for in the race, but yeah. At least will be no problem to overtake on this track. You will see later, but we are actually like not only coasting into corners, but we're also limiting our top speed for energy gains. So we are driving.
We're going to quali very shortly, guys.
We're driving like 6, 7, 8 seconds per lap slower. Never been that much. And they reduced the energy consumption for this track like
1 minute to quali.
a lot compared to other rounds. jah, täna ühtegi kaamerat pole. jah, ma ei teagi, kas see mind mõjutab või ei mõjuta. Pole võimalik võrrelda, sest kogu aeg kaamera käib. Üks see, et seda streami peab nagu organiseerima ja mingid asju nikerdama, see võtab aega, mida võiks nagu harjutamisele kulutada, aga muidu vist väga vahet pole. Kui üles sõitmise ajal ei räägi liiga palju. But okay, we are going into qualifying. 1 lap qualifying, who doesn't know, it's in groups according to championship order.
Okay, quali group 1, Erhan Jujovski, Kevin Siggy, Frederick Rasmussen, Marius Gollenbeck, Manuel Biancalila, and Bono Huis. Please go out for your quali laps. And if there's any problems with hitting each other in the pit lane, feel free to just budge the car out the way and click drive again. We won't penalize for that.
Yep, let's see how Erhan does. I can feel my head is closed, it's not open. No good. Also this thing here is still a bit claustrophobic, but have to get used to it. Õhtust. Yep, that looked good. What do we have? Rasmussen good as well. Not perfect, but looks like they all managed it. Nobody jumped across the wall or anything. It looks like nobody got a cut either. Pro drivers. They braked a bit early. Yeah, you see the lap times are like half a second slower than what they did in practice. If I was in decent form, I could get Siggy. But I mean, it'd have to be a good lap. Pbmiiipx is quite impressive.
Remember to complete in laps, guys.
And Erahan can be happy with P2. He still has a nice lead in the championship, so pressure off for him. There are plenty of fast guys to come with more grip as well. I'd say about half a tenth of progression per group. Maybe a bit less.
Okay, Group 2, Peter Brilliant, Graham Carroll, Martin Stefanko, Risto Kappet, Jarno Opmeer, and Mark Gassner. Go out, please.
Ah, fuck. Oh my god. 0.8 at best. Incredibly weak. None of the corners were good. And also that unnecessary hit of the wall out. Yeah, crap. Just as expected. Even worse performance than last round, I'd say. That's half a second off my personal best. Embarrassing. Yes, track is very good for overtakes. .8. I did 0.8 as my personal best, like 5 laps into the practice. But okay, whatever. Let's watch the broadcast instead.
Okay, Group 3, Nico Wisniewski, Lorenz Herzing, Olli Pakala, Kuba Brzezinski, Jan van der Heide, and Lucas Muller.
Be a little
You may
too
go out.
far away, but it is Freddie Rasmussen who still holds on to pole at the moment.
A really interesting qualifying session. It's great to see where in the world you're tuning on from. I can see Canada, Turkey, Jamaica, France, Hong Kong. So that's great. Keep letting us know where in the world you're coming from. Taya, lots of people are loving the socks. I'm loving the socks. But what did you make of that qualifying session?
Yeah, Chris, that's true on most of the tracks, but in here you have so long corners that you overheat the fronts anyway, so it's different for these rounds.
Places for Siggy. What did you make of it?
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to see them mixing it as well, because Group 2 we were thinking are they just going to slot in behind Group 1, but actually it's not the case at all. So it's cool. Hopefully Kevin can keep a hold of a top 10 start. But yeah, awesome lap from Berliak.
Yeah, and there's the different qualifying format in Extreme E as well, isn't there?
Yes, exactly. And there's the fan vote as well, so people can get involved with that. So that's quite new for me as a driver. I don't like handing that control over, but it's really cool to get the fans engaged in that way.
Yeah, I have nobody to watch this time.
We're really enjoying it. And Taya will be setting her lap time later. Some more questions about that. I will also be setting my lap time in next episode, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, that is official. That is another world exclusive. You've seen the helmet, now you've got this. But now let's actually take a look at the next group of qualifying.
Yes, let's indeed. So we're going to see who is going to be out in this group, and I'm excited to see what Jan van der Heijden can do. He's only got 1 points finish so far in his Formula E Accelerate campaign.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at the standings again.
That was in the first race with a 10th place finish. His qualifying has been quite good. There is Jan in the bottom.
Quite a good buffer behind, but
in Germany was 6th in the race at home challenge. As we look at now, Nikodem Wisniewski.
I'd really like to move forward.
Racer for the DS Techeetah team, but here comes van der Heijden. Second in. Oh, really slides it in, doesn't he? Second in the third year of the race's All-Star Challenge. Did the 24 Hours of Le Mans with Jenson Button earlier last year. And there they come flying through this first corner. And here now is Nikodem Wisniewski in the DS Techeetah. Wisniewski now coming into the long left-hander. His best qualifying performance of the season was a 6th place in Berlin for Nikodem. Van der Heijden, meanwhile, had a 8th place in round 2 in Hong Kong. That was his best qualifying position. Slipped backwards a little bit. His first sector is decent enough as he comes over the tram track.
I'm gonna get beaten by my teammate like this.
Sports driver as well, and he's done a very good middle sector. Can anyone stop Freddie Rasmussen from taking another provisional pole position and the 3 points that would close in the gap a little more? His advantage, or disadvantage I should say, to Jojowski at the top of the championship would come down to 16 points. Jan van der Heijden just snatching the front left as he locks up, coming down into the final corner, out across the line, and van der Heijden slots into 8th place. Another driver that gets ahead of Kevin Siggy. Wisniewski goes 4th. Here's Lucas Muller in the Mahindra. He finished 2nd in the race at home challenge, goes into 13th place here. Lawrence Heusing goes into 9th place, so Siggy is now
I'm already 2 places lower than last round. At least Olli Bakla didn't beat me.
17th place, and Kuba Brzezinski slots into 13th position, but Kevin Siggy now down to being outside of the top 10 with the other title protagonists on the front row as it stands, with just 6 more drivers to run. Good performance though from Nikodem Wisniewski. I think he's going to be pretty satisfied with that in the DS Techeetah car. But let's have a look at the results with just 6 drivers to go. It's Freddie Rasmussen on provisional pole.
Yeah, we're not even on first page anymore.
Comes across the line and does the fastest final sector of anyone actually, Stefanko. Yeah, goes up into 3rd place. Jarno Opmi has done a good middle sector, and in that.
I'd like to go to bed right now.
Okay, final group, Group 4, Arthur Lehook, Pbmiiipx, Peo Pev, Jaroslav Honzik, Zhang Jiayu, and Kelvin van der Linde. You may go out.
Katie, you're actually going to be racing near Lapland soon, aren't you?
Oh, well, yeah, one of our races in Greenland this year. I've just literally got back from Lapland, though, funnily enough. I've been doing some ice driving up there at the weekend. So, yeah, amazing place to ride. Love it up there.
Amazing. And, Taya, with the qualifying, we're seeing a real mix-up going on with the grid right now. In your streams, you're very open about all of the emotions and the adrenaline that rushes through. So could you please give us some insight into what's going through someone like Siggy's mind right now?
Yeah, sure. I've actually been participating in some championship as well, so it's quite a lot of pressure because you've got a camera on you, and it's like you've only got a couple of laps to make it count. So you've got all these feelings that come forward, and yeah, when you're alone at home, oh my god, that's it, I've messed it up, get all sweaty. That's something that you forget when you're alone at home. It gets quite warm, so yeah, emotion, physical reaction, it's all getting quite intense.
Yeah, and in real life racing as well, how do you manage your emotions?
It's a tough one. A lot of people work with sports psychologists to try and keep a lid on it. Every driver's different though. Some like getting really aggressive before they start. Some prefer to be really calm and quite chilled. So everyone's different, but yeah, trying to keep objective, and if something goes wrong, I was taught to have a goldfish memory, so forget it and move on.
Amazing. Well, over back to
Yeah, forget it and move on.
Thank you very much, Darren. The YouTube chat is having a go at my posture. I didn't realise you could even see me while I'm doing this. So yeah, sorry about my posture, everybody. We're about to get going then for the final 6 drivers. There's Peo Pev, the Bulgarian, down in the bottom left, and He was a driver who was very, very strong actually in the Race at Home Challenge, took a win. There's Pbmiiipx, who is driving for the Envision Virgin Racing team. There you can see on the left her G27, which as I say is fairly retro. Was discontinued about 5 years ago. Very much a sort of entry model of steering wheel, whereas some of these guys are going to be on Arthur Leuk, absolutely flying through the first chicane. Literally, whether he will be with the timings, we'll have to wait and see. But certainly aggressive into the first chicane for Arthur Leuk. Then we see the Porsche going through. Then the second Dragon Penske.
Yeah, you can't tell much from the outdoor shots.
As Leuk now comes through the first sector, a quarter of a second down, but there's a 7/10 of a second.
Peo will beat me for sure, but others hopefully not.
From first down to 18th, so there's plenty of.
I didn't attend the test race either, so I don't know what turn 1 will look like.
And Kelvin van der Linde's in trouble. Kelvin van der Linde, I think, might have been upside down in the Audi Sport App Schaeffler car. His return to virtual racing, and I think the car might not be in the best of shape, so might be the back of the grid for Kelvin van der Linde. Meanwhile, here comes Arthur Leuk down towards the final couple of corners. Best qualifying so far this season for Leuk was 19th in Berlin a couple of races ago. Jaroslav Honzik's had a poor first sector, actually a second away from Freddie Rasmussen. Up towards the final corner now, the long sweeping left-hander. Leuk cuts the timing beam and he goes into 18th position. Now here comes Jaroslav.
Anyway, we have to be aggressive. Nothing to lose.
The final corner comes Honzik. The Porsche is going to be followed across the line by the Dragon car, and Honzik dissatisfied with that.
Oh, Peo didn't beat me either. Weird.
For the Neo 333 Formula E team, Benchik slots into 21st place, and Jang goes into 22nd.
Ah, Zhao beat Honzik.
So Van der Linde will
Good for
start
him.
lost 16 seconds.
But still, I'm surprised I'm not last, considering that lap, man. What's this?
This is what happened to Kelvin van der Linde then. Goes a little wide, hits the rear of the wall, and then has a big old and then he's gone over. Wow. It's a good effort from Kelvin van der Linde there, having that accident.
Okay, let's get ready for getting
Freddie Rasmussen will be starting.
Getting some practice for the race driving. jah, just esimene kurv võiks tõesti olla võidusõidus selle kaameraga, aga kvalis võiks rohkem onboard'i olla. Eks näis. Võtsin avalikust chati kirjutada või miskit. Need korraldajad on tegelikult suht reaktiivsed. Anyway, a 10th could put me like here. Yeah, this could have been my personal best could put me here. Well, I got what I deserve. Let's see if I can get few positions off the start and few more. Still not easy, but also the fact that you start behind, you already have to travel a bit longer distance. Already makes a difference to your fuel consumption, so every little bit counts. Like if I were to start from P1 to drop to P16 after turn 1, you could save like 0.5% worth of cost. So yeah.
Radio check.
Check. Nii. Now it's time to practice fighting.
Pit exit looks clear. Your brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them.
No, we don't. Yeah. I have to be aggressive, but not into turn 1, somewhere else. I guess I will try to save all my energy and... Well, then again, you can't plan anything. You can't save for the end if somebody will overtake you, and you can't save if you want to overtake yourself. Just have to see on the fly, but be effective with everything. You don't have more than few attempts to dive bomb. And yeah, if somebody is not doing the same top speed thing, then you can also get easily overtaken, so you have to adapt. Yeah, it's going to be colorful.
Okay, guys, listen up. If you have to leave, make sure you are back in by 42 minutes past, please. That should cut off. If you're back in after 42 minutes past, you can't get back in.
42, and the clock is... Can't see. Whatever.
So basically, right now you have 3 minutes exactly to get out and in again.
Oh, okay. Let's try taking the attack mode.
Car left. Still there. Clear left.
Also, remember, do not take attack mode in warm-up.
Left side. Clear left.
Yeah, you can't press the button, but you can still practice the trajectory. Yeah, it's just easier to drive when the speeds are lower. But this is also a track, I think, where you
That's your quickest lap in this session.
kind of lose more with attack mode than you gain.
Car left. On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
But yeah, I doubt the pace difference will be big between the drivers.
Okay, guys, we've hit our cutoff, so if you drop out now, that's it.
Yeah, about 5.5 is the consumption you need to hit. I don't know, I feel like nothing else to practice for. Might as well start practicing the last one. The last round. Miks sa ei või ühes mingi broadcasti overlay teema, et kui sa vajutad attack mode'i, siis neil läheb broadcast katki. 7 minutit aega. Ma ei tea, mis ma teen 7 minutiga. Sõidaks kvali uuesti.
Locking disabled.
Ma ei teagi. The race stream driving is so much easier that and then again the race itself is so short you don't kind of have to rest for it. I start with the alternative brake mapped on a button. Then you don't have to rev the engine, saves a bit of energy. And pressing a button is better for reaction speeds than pressing the throttle. But well, in the end everybody will start the same way anyway. Just formulate things.
Alright, I've got a slight delay, but the rule is still in place. Please do not leave now.
GT Browseris ei, kõik osalevad jah, selles suhtes ega midagi parata ei saa ja kuna sari on piisavalt tähtis, et järgmises hooajaks tahaks ikka sees olla, siis mul pole hullu. Aga jah, sükest nagu streigi moodi asja ei tulnud lõpuks jah, kõik lihtsalt on, kõik on pettunud, aga keegi midagi ei tee, kõik lihtsalt nagu andsid alla või, ma ei tea. Aga GT Pro jah, esmaspäev on järgmine etapp, ma veel polegi harjutanud. Reedel harjutan ühe päeva ja eks siis lähen starti. Tuleb vist jah, hooaeg lõpuni sõita, et järgmises hooajas pildis olla. Praegu ühtegi. Vist GT Pros on nii, et see Jimmy, kes korraldab, et kui stuudio ise ei tee poppi autodele, siis Jimmy paneb ise mingid balastid peale. Seda ametiühingu jutt on olnud küll, aga võistlusi on nii palju, et pole aega sükest nagu peeneks ajada. Ühesõnaga jah, radikaali meestel ma ei tea, mis saab. Jimmy ise ka, ta ei Jimmy on nagu vahendaja stuudio vahel. Ta teeb ka kõiki sarju korraga ja ta ka isegi seda vormeleed ta ajab. Nii et temaga kõike ei saa teha. Eks me iga päev räägime temaga. Ta on ka suht okkaline mees, temalt ei saa asju paluda niisama. Ta läheb ka närvi. Aga jah, nii et GT Proga ei saanud midagi. Sõidamegi aasta lõpuni ballastiga või kehvad autodega. Ka saab lõpus tiksuda nii nagu siin.
Going to race.
Pologa meeldis sõita, aga ootan asfaldi peal sõitmist.
Please remember any in-game penalty will stand.
Aga okei, keskendume nüüd. Pärast vastan teie küsimustele. Võib-olla.
Locking disabled.
Imagine if everybody else coasts and I just dive bomb. Or imagine if everybody dive bombs. I have no idea what to expect. I've done plenty of race sims alone, but never with anybody together. One thing is for sure, I can't let any positions go, otherwise I'm nowhere. But then again, out of respect for the competition and show, I don't want to do anything stupid either. So maybe I just see where the others start breaking and yeah. So many possibilities, but you just can't plan ahead. You need to be ready. Feel the flow. Thanks. The starting spots are really close to each other. If somebody doesn't get away or something, which is unlikely, then you'll be in trouble, but okay.
Green, let's go, let's go. Car right. You're on the left, 3 wide. Still there. Still there. Car right, car right. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. 3 wide, you're in the middle. Hold your line. Clear right. Clear all round. On your right, 3 wide, you're on the left. Car right. Clear right. Car right. He's still there. He's still there. He's still there. He's still there. Right side's clear. Alright, Ricardo, the next car is...
Who is? That was hectic.
Attack mode is now enabled. Attack mode enabled.
The guy behind is really aggressive on energy. Maybe I should just take my attack mode and let him go and get him back later. Because there seems to be a gap behind, or not much actually, but because I can't save energy the way I want. Okay, let's do something different.
Car left. Clear left.
Cut track, oh no.
Okay, Ricardo, we just cut the track. That's 20 minutes to go.
Okay, final warning for Zhang for unnecessary contact.
Rasmussen is now in the lead. The guy in front is
Can't take the corner properly if I can't see it. Fucking Bono got attack mode and stayed ahead of this group.
Outside's clear.
Great.
Okay, Ricardo. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'll save my last attack mode to the end. There's no question. I'm saving more energy than others.
Clear right.
Aha.
Left side. Clear left.
Also, who doesn't know, there are double points for last round. So everything is possible.
Okay, Ricardo, that's half distance. I think the fuel's going to be tight. You might need to save some. Car in front of us is now.
Ei ole niin.
Penalty.
Ei ole niin.
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty.
If you are top fan of mine, you will remember. Last round at GT Pro, exact same thing. This means that the race is over.
Right side, 3 wide, you're on the right. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Car right, clear right. On your right, right side's clear. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. The pit exit looks clear, you've served your penalty.
See you guys later.
Right side, clear right. Okay, Ricardo, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. The car in front is
Park Halo.